Hello? Yeah, I ain't got any plans tonight. I think I'm gonna play some H1Z. It's another WWE fucking pay-per-view? I better make a video. ASAP. What is going on, guys? My name is Toby, and guess what? We've got Elimination Chamber tonight. Didn't even know that. I literally only know the main match, the Chamber match, the one that everybody says Bray Wyatt's gonna win, so it could be Randy versus Bray, so I don't even know why I'm making a prediction video, because everybody already knows what's gonna happen. I mean, if everybody knows what's gonna happen, why are we watching tonight? But we have some matches on the card, and we're gonna talk about all of them. We got Mojo Rawley taking on Kurt Hawkins, Mojo versus Kurt Hawkins in a singles match on the pre-show. I mean, at least Kurt Hawkins is on the pre-show. I don't know how the hell he's able to accomplish that, but I give him all the props in the world. Nikki Bella taking on Natalya. There's been rumors, and that's the only thing I've read so far in this build to Chamber, that Nikki may actually retire at WrestleMania. This may be her last push. This may be her last match. And kind of going out with Natalya, giving Natalya the bump on her way out wouldn't be bad. Although I still think Nikki wins here. Although Natalya kind of bringing up the family, it's been kind of weird. But at the same time, it makes sense a little bit. So I'm going to say Natalya picks up the W here. All right, so we have a tag team turmoil match. Honestly, did not know this match was taking place. I had saw the Ascension won something, and I just assumed they were going on. So we got American Alpha versus Heath Slater and Rhino versus Breezango versus the Usos versus the Ascension versus the Vaudevillains. So one show you don't have a tag division, and the other show you just throw all the fucking tag teams together and let them fight. I really see anything wrong with that. I think that American Alpha should lose and then regain the titles at the pay-per-view. As crazy as that sounds. Like, I'm being 100% serious here. If they could lose the titles, Revival could debut, Revival could win the titles, and we could get Revival versus American Alpha at WrestleMania, I would fly down there and watch it in person. I mean, I have no money, so I'd have to walk down there in person. Or, I mean, I guess you could Greyhound, but I don't have $9 either. Are Greyhounds still $9? So in the tag team match, I really don't care who wins. I don't think it really matters either way. I think American Alpha is pretty awesome. A lot of people were upset that they were kind of kept off TV. And that's what I was trying to tell people. In the new WWE, if you're already over, if you've got the belts, or if you're already doing something, you don't have to be on TV every week. They're using TV to start new feuds, to build on them. And if you don't really have a feud, they kind of keep you off TV to let the other tag teams shine or get some recognition. Because I've seen some people complain, yo, they gave American Alpha the titles, but they haven't done anything since. That's part of it. I said WWE was going to do this. They did this last year with Sasha Banks. They kept her off TV until it was her time, and they pushed her. Although Charlotte buried her right back down. But you know what I mean? Like, WWE is doing this now where they're not always just pushing constantly every single week on TV. So if they're off TV for a little bit, don't panic. But American Alpha, I could actually see them losing this match just because it is a tag team turmoil match. But I'd like them to win because I still want the Revival versus American Alpha at WrestleMania. I think that'd be freaking sweet. Instead of a big 8-man tag team match, I know why WWE would do that, but if you're having a tag team turmoil match at the pay-per-view before WrestleMania, what's the point of having a fatal 4-way team match? You know what I mean? We should have one-on-one, great quality tag team match. I just really want the Revival versus American Alpha. So we have Alexa Bliss taking on Naomi. Now, I'm not against Naomi getting a push. I've said this long ago that Alexa Bliss's build was always because of Eva Marie. She didn't debut. She came out twice to face Becky Lynch. It never happened. Alexa Bliss debuted, came out and beat her. And I said, before anything ever happened, that Alexa Bliss would be the first challenger for the title. And she beat Becky Lynch. So in this storyline now, Naomi's getting a rise. She had her match. She won. She's starting to go up. I could definitely see her giving the title. I think Alexa Bliss still has a little bit more time left to go. And thanks to Mickie James, her dropping the title could, do some interesting stuff to let Naomi finally get her chance to shine, because Naomi's actually, one of my more favorites to watch. I think she could bring a lot of energy, and she does a good job in what she does. Like, if you always compared, I always loved Cameron or Ariane. I've just always liked her. I think Naomi's definitely got talent, and her as champion would be great. Although, I still want Alexa Bliss to win. I want Alexa Bliss to go on to WrestleMania. Joker outfit in front of the millions and 50,000 people that are watching, and we get the Joker outfit. So, Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. Here's the thing. WWE brings back legends, and sometimes they win, and sometimes they lose before they eventually start winning or start doing something. Look at Jericho. He lost 2 years in a row, and then finally, he got his year. He put in 2 years of putting people over, getting Fandango over, but eventually, it led to him going full circle, being the head of WWE for a whole year on TV. You got to be patient, because Chris Jericho put over people constantly. CM Punk, Fandango. He put over other people, and now he's finally getting his time to shine. You just have to be patient for it. So, in this case, Mickie James is back. She's a legend. Does she need to win? No. Becky winning would be huge. Maybe it eventually sets up a rematch. I don't know where they're going to go. They could do a huge six women battle at WrestleMania, or they could go for more one-on-one match. I don't exactly know where this is headed just yet. We're going to have to wait and see. But if Natalya picks up a victory, I could eventually see Natalya possibly challenging for the title at WrestleMania. Maybe. Apollo Crews and Kalisto versus Dolph Ziggler. So Dolph Ziggler's found this new energy as a heel. And he's been going after people in heelish ways. And it started with Jerry the King Lawler, telling about his heart attack, and then he eventually gave him a heart stopper, the kick. He wants to be HBK so bad. And that's not a bad thing. Like, so many people are like, he's HBK light. Who cares? He's Dolph Ziggler. He's done the same thing for 10 years, and he's still been on our TV. Just think about how crazy that is, that Dolph Ziggler, the blonde-haired kid from Kent State, has been on our TVs almost 10 years, since the days of more than 10 years, right? 2006, 2007, Spirit Squad. When did they actually come in? And he's still around, still doing pretty much the exact same thing. There's a reason some guys got repackaged and became a big thing, like New Day. Dolph still needs that, and I think we're starting to see it. Everybody thought Dolph was going to be gone last year. He's still with the company. Is he going to be able to turn that into something? And I think beating a 2-on-1 handicap match to be just this ultra mega heel, especially when Kalisto and Apollo aren't doing anything, this could also benefit them and further Dolph Ziggler. Or Dolph Ziggler losing and then after the match snapping and taking them both out would be pretty rad as well. I don't know if it leads to a title shot for either one of them, where it could go, but it's kind of intriguing. Then you have Luke Harper versus Randy Orton. Now, the Wyatt family has one of the best, if not the best, storyline going in WWE. And I've said this going back to the Kane days, and I don't want to fucking fight with people. Kane being involved really wasn't part of the story. It was just there was an injury. They sent out Kane. Kane played his role, and everybody was shitting on Kane. But look what it accomplished. Bray couldn't win without Randy's help or without the Wyatt family's help. Everything he'd always done was with them around. So Randy invades to try to keep enemies closer, and he invades the family. He wins the Rumble, so now he's the popular guy. And then you have Luke getting pissed. Like he's seen this coming for months. He's seen him invading into his family, trying to pull out Bray. He knows what he's trying to do, and he's fighting. And it's creating inner tension within the family. And if you watched SmackDown 2 weeks ago, the realism where Luke would tag in when Randy was in the match and then wanted to leave and then fight him was absolutely phenomenal. Like, the storytelling between the Wyatt family and Luke Harper especially, I would not be upset if we had a triple threat match between the Wyatt family at WrestleMania. Luke Harper, Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton, all for the WWE Championship, I think would be spectacular. I said a couple years ago that I think it was last year, that I would love to see Luke Harper versus Brock Lesnar, because unfortunately people have not got to see the real side of Luke Harper, but Luke Harper is fucking rad, and hopefully this Wyatt family angle continues that and just gets the Wyatt family finally over and Bray finally gets the title he craves. So let's talk about it. The main event, the chamber match, because everybody's already written it off. You have John Cena versus AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose versus The Miz versus Baron Corbin versus Bray Wyatt. Now, if you watch wrestling news media, you know Tony Pizza Guy and myself broke down the Rumble last month, and why it made sense for Randy to actually win, or what could happen with the family, and everything that happened in the Rumble. Braun Strowman, who's Raw's big person, took out 7 people. Who took out Braun Strowman? Baron Corbin. SmackDown's answer to Braun. Why was Baron Corbin facing John Cena and AJ Styles weeks before the pay-per-view? He didn't beat him. He was just in the match with him. Cena won. You're associating him with the top guys, just like Sami Zayn on Raw with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. It's association. So now Baron Corbin is in this match. Baron Corbin does not have a chance to win this, so we're going to write him off. The Miz. I would actually be okay with The Miz getting the title back. Miz is the most professional. He is the most, I don't want to say the word over, but he is the most talented superstar that WWE has on its roster to constantly reinvent himself and stay relevant. I don't care if you hate The Miz, if you hate what he does, Miz is money. Miz doesn't get hurt. Miz has been here day in and day out, and he gets all the respect in the world, and I would not be upset 100% if Miz won the title back. That being said, I don't think it'll happen. Now, John Cena, Dean Ambrose, and Bray Wyatt, the 3 guys that are left. So everybody right now is assuming Bray Wyatt could win, and to be honest with you, if the best storyline going on SmackDown is the Wyatt family, you want your title to be on the best story. Without a title for Randy to chase or go after, it doesn't make sense, and it could cause some dissension within the Wyatt family. The only way this works for Bray not to win would be to eventually have Randy and Bray fight over the spot. He puts it on the line. Luke Harper is there. You think you're still hot, Randy? Pushes him. Fight him. And then Randy loses. And then they could have a battle. and they could do something. But at the pay-per-view, we have Randy versus Luke. They could have saved that for WrestleMania, and they could have had a good match. So this is where things are confusing. It makes it seem like we're headed towards a Wyatt family triple threat, and there's nothing wrong with that. John Cena and AJ Styles. And I've said this a long time ago. Cena was going to win, and I said this back in September. Cena was always coming back to win his 16th title at Royal Rumble. I literally said it back in September because storyline-wise, it makes sense. AJ Styles beat John Cena clean at SummerSlam because he was focused, he was determined, he was ready to go. The last 4 months of his title reign, well, he's been the champion. He's been the champ that runs the camp. He's been facing guys that really didn't care. James Ellsworth. He's been feuding with people that really, it didn't matter. It wasn't anything super special. You had Dean trying to become Stone Cold. It really wasn't anything. He was always distracted by James Ellsworth and everything that was going around. You saw that at the Rumble where Dean was like, go in, James, and he goes in and he gets plowed. That's why AJ could lose to Cena, because when it comes to story, he wasn't focused. He wasn't the champ that runs the camp. He was the guy that had one Hollywood movie and now assumes he's the king. Shit, well, a new actor or returning actor like John Cena comes back and steals the spotlight away. Now, this is what should be used to make AJ Styles more heelish. Maybe tease a faction, maybe have the Club, the Bullet Club, and then you have a feud between the real Bullet Club, where AJ shows up to be with Doc and Carl, the champions, and Finn just fucking destroys it. That's a match right there. The Wyatt family triple threat is a match. John Cena losing the title and eventually giving us John Cena versus The Undertaker, the dream match. That alone, again, that solves so many conundrums WWE has, and Bray Wyatt just has to win. I'm okay with that. Although, I would prefer if Bray Wyatt won the title at WrestleMania. That's just me. I think Bray winning the title on the grandest stage of them all after he had 2 excellent matches at WrestleMania when he faced John Cena in one of the best psychological matches I can remember to date. I think him winning at WrestleMania would mean a hell of a lot more, and it would be huge. Well, those are just my thoughts and my predictions. So let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with me, if you disagree with me, and if you do, just tell me why. What matches are you excited for? What do you want to see at WrestleMania? And at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is wrestling is life. My name is Tubby Moo. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you all later.